y'all, it is Hope here at Crafty Hope, and welcome. How are you doing? I know things in the world are crazy, and I want to just take this time to remind you to, when things are feeling fraught and unsettled and unprecedented times, to maybe take that opportunity to jump in a junk journal or grab just a piece of paper and start collaging on it or throwing paint at it or whatever, and really take that restlessness and turn it into something beautiful. So that's what I did on this occasion. I had a really busy day and really just wanted to get in one of my journals, and I threw a casserole in the oven, and while it was cooking, I had 23 minutes to jump in this journal. I'm using the same one I've been using on and off for a while. I don't know if you saw me stroke the page that's before there, y'all. I love that page. So I'll put a link in the upper right and down in the description box for you to take a look at that art journal page. It's really good. But for the rest of this, I was just collaging some stuff down. I've got my scrap bucket over there, and really I was taking far more time than I really needed to, because I'm going to put down some gesso here in just a second, and it's going to be too much, and it's going to cover it all up, and I'm going to be mad at myself. And it's okay. I had busy hands. I was getting in my journal like I wanted to, and it's fine. So I used my Uhu glue stick just to stick everything down. I didn't want anything too fussy right there. But then I did see a bit of some sewing pattern paper that I thought would do a really good job because I put down that like calendar page there, and while I really liked the letters that were on that, I wasn't big on the like stark whiteness of it. So I was like, you know what? Sewing pattern paper will fix that. So I used my fluid matte medium there to go over it, to stick it down, because that's what makes it kind of blend and disappear. And yeah, so I got that down, and from there, this is where the gesso comes in. So I've got just some Liquitex Basics white gesso, and I'm going to put a couple daubs once I can get it open. This is my little Dollar Tree container that I put it in, and then brayer it out. And you can see almost immediately everything kind of went white on me. I mean, I definitely can see the texture and those numbers and some of that on there, but it was a bit more than I'd hoped for. So I decided to come in with some color. This is, oh y'all, I don't even remember what color this is. It is an Amsterdam acrylic ink. And probably some kind of light orange color. I don't know. I'll put it down in the description box. You can see I did pull out my Jane Davenport Brights watercolors. I thought I was going to use those. But then was like, no, I really want something that's a little more permanent. So I went with the acrylic ink, and then something less permanent, and it's a Distress Oxide. I picked that up. I think my latest thrifty haul shows that I got those at Michael's. They were on clearance, so I picked up a few of those Distress Oxides. I'll also put a link to that thrifty haul video up in the right and down below. That was peeled paint, and I just did a couple squirts, then added some water, let that blend, and took a very long time to dry all of that water. From there, I knew I wanted to add some additional texture in here, and I remembered I had this little packet of, it's book spines. It's the little bits of book spines that are on the back, and because I pulled out this one, it had a little green in it, and I thought, okay, that goes with the green I've got on here, but it's not really, I wanted something that spanned the entire top to bottom of my page. And so I was like, well, I gotta find something else. So I found this strip of brown. This is from some pants that I had that I mended them time and time and time again. They kept, yeah. And finally I was like, you know what? This fabric will be fine as scraps for whatever. So, but I'm gonna struggle for a bit trying to get it to tear down. I don't know why it wouldn't tear, but I'm trying to get it to tear straight so I can get some frayed yumminess. And finally, I just take my time there, and it finally, yeah. So I knew I wanted to stick that down and put that book spine in the middle of it, kind of. And I really like how that dark brown, just, I don't know, lifts everything, makes it, it's such a stark contrast to everything on there, but I needed to go ahead and make the brown make sense. So I added some Stabilo Woody in brown, just some scribbly marks on there that I'm going to activate because I have to. I don't know, it's compulsive. If it's water soluble, I have to activate it. I did want some splatter, but there wasn't quite enough of that Stabilo on my brush to get the splatter, so I reactivated some instant coffee and yeah, put that as splatter down on my page. So that brings the brown also on the page. So when I put that strip of my my pants that I had, it doesn't stand out as much. Now I wanted some movement, so I took just a colored pencil and scribbled around on the page, and then I felt like I needed some black, something dark on there, and grabbed my favorite R2 pen from Dollar Tree, y'all. It's just a cheap pen. They come in packs of 2 or 3, and if you hit them with water right after you put it down, you can get them to bleed a little bit. Like I said, I was working super fast on this, and I encourage you to do the same thing. If you're just needing a little bit of time to do your art, seriously, like I said, just start gluing some stuff down. And if you don't have a lot of supplies, don't let that stop you. If you've got a glue stick and some pencils, just scribble and write and throw what you can at it. As you can see, I've got all kinds of stuff. Old jeans, a button, a piece of trash. This is junk journaling at its finest. I am using some junk in here. So take some junk mail and make something beautiful. Tear it down, put it back together. Yeah, just get some of that restless energy out, because I know we're all dealing with it right now. So I did use some Beacon 3-in-1 glue to go ahead and tack down that bit of book spine so that I would have it where I wanted it, because I was afraid if I started stitching this button on, that piece of book spine would slip around on the fabric and it wouldn't be centered like I kind of wanted it to. So once I was tacked down, I did, as you can see, I'm just sewing on a button. This is a mother of pearl button from my vast stash of buttons. I have a bit of a button obsession. I will never turn down a button. That's something else I just picked up, I think, in that thrifty haul. Oh wait, nope, not in that thrifty haul. My next one. Stay tuned for that. From there, I really just needed a quick sentiment on the page, and the timer was just about to go off, y'all. So I was just like, okay, just grab something. And I found this, and I didn't want anything white. And I found this old large print book page and quickly clipped out the words "Beyond the Gate." That's what caught my eye. I did ink it up with a little bit of distress ink and walnut stain, and clip down a little bit more of that book spine. And y'all, I futzed with that. My timer went off. I had to go reset it for dinner because it wasn't ready anyway. It was fine. And I'm gonna move that around a little bit before I finally grab my Beacon 3-in-1 again to put a line of glue down my page and stick my bit of fabric there, and then I'll use my glue stick to stick my cinnamon down. I think I do ink up the edges of the page just a little bit, but then that's it, y'all. It really 23 minutes done. I'm going to give you a few looks at this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it inspires you to go get arty and get some busy hands going. Thanks so much for coming by and watching, and I will see y'all later. Bye.